Yo, what is going on YouTube? Technically T bringing you another case review for the iPhone XS Max. You already see what we got on deck, man. We have the Lifeproof Fre case. Now, if you don't know what Lifeproof is, basically what you want to know is if you're doing any type of extreme sports, if you're going to be underwater, you're going on vacation or anything like that, you might want to pick yourself up for Lifeproof so you don't have to worry about your phone getting damaged no matter what kind of weather conditions you are in. Now, on the packaging, it says waterproof, dirt proof, snowproof, and drop proof. So that's everything this phone is going to give you. Now, the reason for me, now usually I will in a video say shout out to the company, but no, I actually went to Best Buy and picked this up for myself because I am going on vacation, headed out, going to be around some water, going to be around beaches. I don't want anything to happen to my iPhone XS Max. Yeah, we all know it's IP rated, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that's all fun and games, but it's going to be a bunch of stuff going on. I don't want my phone to get beat up at all. So therefore I went out, grabbed the Best Buy, picked this Lifeproof up. They had it on sale, I think, for around 60 bucks. You know, normal price for these things can go up to like 80, almost 90 bucks. So pretty good deal. So here it is, man, Lifeproof Fre. Let's go ahead and get it up out of the packaging and let's just see what it's talking about. Now, if you don't know how to really install these, they actually have a little pamphlet here that lets you know the instructions, but this isn't my first Lifeproof case. I ran a few of these in the past, so I know exactly what we need to do, you know, to get the testing this bad boy out. So we're going to throw that down. Let's go ahead and take a look at the actual case itself. So on the back side, we have those cutouts for your cameras and your flash. You got a nice little cutout window for your Apple logo. And down here on the bottom, you do get some Lifeproof branding there. Flipping it over on the front, of course, you got to have that included screen protector, waterproof case. On that left side, we have that mute toggle, a little switch for the mute toggle. I'll let you, I'll show you how it works when we get the phone installed. Volume up, volume down. On that right side, all you have is that power button. And on the bottom, you have your ports for your speakers. And then you have this flap for your lightning adapter. So let's go ahead and get it apart. Now, one thing Lifeproof didn't do was include the little tool that allowed you to take it apart. So all you need, just go ahead and grab yourself a coin, hit one of these corners. Let me see where the corner's at. So you can either hit it in the right corner or the left corner, and we're just going to pry it open like that. And then we're going to go ahead and take the case out. All right, so there it is with the case out. Now you see this little ring right here. You want to make sure this is in place. So a lot of cases, a lot of these will do that, but you want to make sure this little rubber ring is around because that actually is what keeps your waterproof all together. So let me get this back in and let me go ahead and come back to the video. All right, so after fighting for some time, I finally got that little rubber seal all the way around because you want to make sure that's in there, because if it's not, then some moisture could get to your device. So just be careful when you take this case apart. You want to ensure that this rubber is along this little groove all the way around, just so you can make sure you get a proper seal. Now, you don't really have to do anything for the actual front of the case, but of course, we got to go ahead and test this case out. So the first thing that we're going to go ahead and do, what you want to do is you want to close this up. And usually I let it sit for around 20 to 30 minutes. So what I want to do is I want to take a paper towel and let's just set the paper towel in there like so. And let's go ahead and put the case back together. So let's make sure the rubber seal is all good around there. Yep. So let's get that up. And we're basically going to seal this case all the way around. So you're going to pop it in, go all the way, make sure everything is sealed. All right, boom. So you close it up, close the Lifeproof case up just as if your iPhone was in here. And then you see we have the little paper towel over there. So let's go ahead and bring some water over. Let's go ahead and do the dunk test the case out before we actually put our iPhone in here. All right, so we got our bowl of water. So now what we want to do is we're going to go ahead and dunk the actual Lifeproof case all sealed up with this paper towel in there, and you want to let it sit in here for around 20 minutes or so, just to make sure that no moisture or no water is actually getting into the case. So before that we do that, we want to just run over the actual case, go all the way around it one more time to ensure everything is actually clicked in, everything seems fine, that's closed down. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put this in here face down. And what you usually want to do is get a bowl of some sort to weigh it down. All right, cool, there it goes. So basically what we want to do is I put a glass on top of the actual case so it'll allow it to weigh down so it doesn't move or any of that. Basically what we are going to do is let this sit for about 20 minutes, and I'm going to come back to the video. We're going to open the case up, see if the paper towel is still dry, and if it is, we will then put the iPhone XS Max in there. We'll go over how the whole case feels. Then we're also gonna dump the iPhone XS Max up in this bowl of water, man. So I'll see you in a second. All right, cool. So the time is up. It's been about 25 minutes. Let's go ahead and take the actual glass up. So let's go ahead and set this to the side. All right, put that down there. Next, let's go ahead and actually pick up the case itself. So I'm gonna go ahead and set this down here to the side, and this is my little towel. I'm gonna go ahead and move the bowl away. Now we're not done with this. You know, we gotta do some more dipping. So let's go ahead and move the bowl out the way for right now. We'll go ahead and come back to it. So let's go ahead and open this rag up, and let's go ahead and dry the actual case off. So let's go ahead and get this all dry. All right, so the case is dry. So let's go ahead and open it up real quick, and let's just make sure that we don't have any water on our actual paper towel that is in here. So we're going to go ahead and set this down and take a look at the actual paper towel. Now this paper towel is completely dry. There is no water up here. The only water that came off was from my actual hand. So therefore, this paper towel is dry. There is no water on the inside of the actual case. So it actually did its job. So we go ahead and throw that to the side. So you already know what the next test is, man. We got to go ahead and install the iPhone XS Max in here. So let's go ahead and give it a quick wipe down. And this is not going to be my final install. I'm sure I'm going to take this off again before I actually leave for vacation. But let's go ahead and install this. So you're going to go ahead and put that face down there. And you want to go ahead and slap the back on. So let's go ahead and get this all on. And of course, again, go all the way around it. Make sure everything is snapped in just fine. Got to kind of press it a little bit, but just ensure everything is actually snapped on. Boom, and snap that port in. All right, so here it is. So let's go ahead and just double check, make all the corners, check all the corners, make sure everything is installed cool, and yeah. So here it is, man, Lifeproof Fre for the iPhone XS Max. So let's go ahead and take a look, man. The power button, very nice and responsive, no issues there at all. You got your volume up, very nice and tactile, no issues. And then you have your mute toggle switch, which you see that probably works the best it's ever worked, if I can say so, with any Lifeproof case. You kind of got to go, you can kind of hear it, and you can see it changing. So that works very good. Let's go ahead and pop the open and open down here, and here is the lightning adapter. Now this is a very big port, so therefore you should be able to get third-party connectors in there just fine with no issues. So I really do actually enjoy that. And flipping it over on the bottom, you see you do, the camera cutouts is just fine, and then you also get a nice little cutout for the Apple logo if you like it or not. Adds a little touch to it. I think it always look pretty good. All right, now certain aspects like lay on tear protection, how does it fit and feel in hand, we really don't have to go through that because one, you already know this is lay on tear protection. I mean, you're talking about drop, dust, water, snow, whatever proof you could think of is covered. So we don't have to do that. How does it fit? You already know Lifeproof cases are super duper sturdy, and when they snap in, it really has to give you a snap. It can't give you a loose snap because it'll defeat the whole purpose of it being such a waterproof, shockproof, and whatever proof type of design. So we don't have to go through that. And how does it feel in hand? It feels good. I mean, definitely you can tell this is a bigger case. To me, I would not run this case every day. This case is for special occasions that you're going out of town, doing different things like that. That is what this case is actually for. So let's go ahead and go through the two things that I can say that that was an issue all the time when it came to Lifeproof cases. So the first things first, let's go ahead and head over to YouTube and let's just go ahead and pick us a video. I'm not sure who to choose. Let's I don't know who to choose, man. Let's go to let's go to my man Jay Will real quick and let's just listen to his video because the speaker's always kind of distorted.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's your man Jay, and it's time to give you a follow-up on one of the best $200 phones you could possibly get. You can actually get this for about $170, so be sure to check the updated pricing on the links below. I'll have both of them down there, the 64 gig model that I have here with 4 gig.
All right, so just listening to that, I don't have, let me slap this back on airplane mode before I start getting text messages, a bunch of mess. So just listening to that little YouTube clip, I don't see that there's a great issue with the actual sound coming from this. Now, the way the old Lifeproof cases were, it was they kind of reverted the sound back at you. So they kind of reverted the sound through the ports and actually have ports down here so the sound can come at you. But these, it just has the port still bottom firing. So it just still sounds the same good, honestly. And I don't know, everything about it sounds good. So it doesn't sound muffled. So that's an A+ when it comes for the Lifeproof. Now, the second issue that I always found with Lifeproof cases was the screen, the touch. There always was a noticeable gap when we are talking about the actual press on the screen. Now, I'm here to tell you that for the most part, that gap is actually gone. Like, I'm pressing and doing different things like that, and it doesn't feel like this gap is here anymore. It does not feel that way. It actually feels very good. When you press it, it doesn't feel like you're pressing like an air bubble. You see what I'm saying? Before, you would notice that there's a gap between the screen and actual, the case itself. But now it feels like it's kind of like pressed right up there. You really can't tell. I feel like I can type and do whatever I need to do straight off this and it'll be completely fine. So that's two improvements that I can say, the speaker and the touch sensitivity when it comes to the actual screen. So very nice improvements when it comes to those categories. All right, so the last test, man, let's go ahead and drag this over once again. And yeah, iPhone XS Max is in the Lifeproof Fre. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and make sure everything is closed up. And we're going to go ahead and boom, just drop that bad boy right there in the water, because I know a lot of people do Lifeproof videos, but you can't do a Lifeproof video without actually putting in water. I don't know what the point of doing that is. So I actually was looking at a few videos myself before I went and actually purchased it. And that just ensured me why I do these videos, man, because you can't sit here and do a Lifeproof case on camera and not drop it in some type of water. So here it is, iPhone XS Max in the water. Now, I know a lot of people want to know if it's actually going to work while it's underwater, and no, the screen isn't working while it's underwater. But let's just go ahead and take it out, and then boom, we can start using it again. Let's cut the camera on, and let's just, you can kind of look at the my camera or whatnot. Let's see if we can get it back on the camera. Boom. So that's the actual camera. I turned the front facing camera on, so it's actually looking right up at what we're recording right now. So you see the camera is actually in there. It's on, it's functioning just fine. There isn't any issues with the iPhone XS Max at all. The screen isn't responsive underwater, but as soon as you take it out and flip it up, it's right back to being responsive. No issues at all. Dropping it back on the water one more time, man. Kind of getting it all up in there. You don't really got anything to worry about. This thing is going to be just perfectly fine, and it's actually going to serve my purpose just fine for being on vacation, because you already know, man, we got to make sure our devices is actually 100% good so we can capture those moments while we are on vacation. So that's basically a quick little water test. Now, I think you can dive this up to 2 meters for an hour. So that gives you kind of, what we're planning on doing there. But for me, it's just going to be in my pants pockets where I'm going to, has a swim up bar and different things like that. So I want this to be in my swim trunks pants without having to worry about anything. No, I'm not going deep sea diving with this thing in my hands, or in my pockets, but I want it to be dust and definitely sand and a little bit of waterproof or anything like that, man. So here it is, Lifeproof Fre for the iPhone XS Max. Be sure to check that link down below for Amazon, man. If you're interested in picking one up, the link will be down below. You already know it's the Amazon affiliate link. So anything that you purchase from that link, man, it's going to be greatly appreciated and supports the channel so I can continue doing videos like this. But Technically T, definitely like the video, comment down below, and you already know, smash that subscribe button if you rock with your boy. But until next time, later.